Okay, good afternoon. We are on the record in case number D20617-313C, Simpson versus Maxwell. May I please have Mr. Harris's appearance?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. 354 on behalf of Gregory Simpson. I'm appearing in non-voting capacity and my client is online.
All right, welcome. Mr. Howard.
Hey, good afternoon, Judge. Attorney Jack Howard, bar number 1885. My client, Kristen, is appearing telephonically as well.
Okay, fantastic. We were having a little bit of time getting her over with us. Mom, are you currently doing the patch program?
Hello? Brianna?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Okay, you are doing it. I want to ask you something, and this is in no way ever going to be one of my orders. Okay? If this one medication is the only one that you can take while you're breastfeeding, have you considered stopping breastfeeding and getting off of this medication and going to one that would not give a false positive?
Judge, I don't mean to, I'd like to, I have talked to my expert about the medication that Brianna is on, and he does not think that the medication would necessarily create a false positive, and he has, was the court able to read my expert's preliminary report?
No, I have not seen a preliminary report. Okay, it was just filed. No, because I usually prepare no later than the Friday before the week that we have it.
Well, Judge, what we did is we filed notice of our expert witness last week.
Yes, I did see that.
I asked Mr. Berkable, and I've talked to him a number of times, and earlier today as well. He had to go through all of the prior testing to form his opinions, and so I have some very, I hope, positive recommendations for Your Honor.
Well, the big problem that I have, sir, is even when I gave her the benefit of a doubt and tried to send her down for drug testing, she did not bother to go. She has yet to follow my orders on the drug testing.
Okay, let me move
sir,
ahead.
until your client is willing to do it on my time, not on her time, I don't believe her now.
Okay, Judge, I know I was a participant last time when you were obviously upset. I have a recommendation. I have a recommendation to you, and I would like you to consider it before making a ruling. So what we have here, and I've given the expert all of our results from ATI, from GRI, as well as options. So, and I was supposed to have the most recent options results available for our expert. As I'm just telling you.
I know, I don't have it either, so I can't.
Okay. Anyway, my expert was waiting for that to do a more inclusive report and recommendation. However, that being stated, okay, this is what I strongly recommend the court to do. Mr. Berkebile founded ATI. There is nobody with qualifications that match his. I will tell you from the information that he has received from on the options patch, the GRI, and the ATI. He has a very strong suspicion of environmental contamination. And I will tell you, there's been a number of national cases reported on possible environmental contamination on the patches. I'm sure you're familiar with Attorney Fran Forsman, a former U.S. public defender. She successfully argued against...
Mr. Howard, this is stuff for trial. I'm not going to sit here, take a look at this here. You know, I also know that Options has federal certification that this stuff don't happen. Okay, Mr. Harris
May I
will
make-
probably put the person who runs options as his expert witness. I don't know, but this
May I-
is for trial. I am not
May I-
changing
may
the orders today.
May I be heard? May I make a record with your permission?
You may make a record, but this is a hearing for the status of the patch program, not on your expert witness.
I would propose that you order testing of hair and urine through ATI for the next 30 to 60 days until trial, and if she tests dirty on any one of those hair or urine tests from ATI, that you go back to the supervised visitation.
I'm
And
not
I think-
changing it from supervised right now. I have given
I
Mom an
think-
opportunity.
I
I've
think
given
that-
her the opportunity to go over there without her knowing she's going to be going. So no, I'm not going to be doing this. Whenever I have attempted to send her, give her the benefit of a doubt, she has put it off for the 3 or 4 days or just not gone. Everybody knows it only takes 3 or 4 days for meth to get out of the system, and then she's going to pretty well be clean.
Not on hair, Judge. I strongly
It will
disagree.
be on the
hair-
urine. I've given her the
on hair-
opportunity.
I'm not talking to Judge. I'm not talking about
Mr.
hair.
Howard,
I'm
do not
talking
raise your
about-
voice with me.
You're raising it to me, Judge. And I would suggest that if you can't be neutral, that maybe you should disqualify yourself.
I am
Because-
being neutral, but every expert that we have had come in here, including the person from Options, has stated she is a very heavy drug user. She is an addict. Now, I have not had the opportunity to read your expert report. We are coming up. We got calendar call on July 20th. The evidentiary on August the 15th, but I'm not going to read one expert report without having the rebuttal report. I'm not going to
Judge.
compare. I'm not going to read your expert report until I have a rebuttal report.
Well, I moved heaven and earth to get you a report today.
And that's not what we are
viable-
here for. We are here to see if Mom has returned to the patch program and what has been going on. That's what we are here for today.
I think it is unfair to my client, unfair to the child, to continue supervised visitation.
Mr.
When I can
Howard,
rely
I gave your client an opportunity at 2 different times. The first time she said that she had COVID, so I waited until before the last hearing where I would have gotten the report back, and I ordered it again. She never bothered to go either time. That's disrespect to the
right now.
court.
I am very respectful to your.
No. I'm not saying
All
you're
I'm
right.
saying-
Sir, Mr. Howard, I'm not saying you're disrespectful. I'm saying her not going down to ATI and testing at a time when she wasn't expecting it,
And
that was
some time ago.
disrespectful.
Okay, Judge, that was some time ago.
No, that was just that was one of the last orders from this court. That was right before our last hearing. That was not some time ago.
That was, and that's before I had the
That was
ability.
before you sat there and you've helped her get a little bit clean now, and she knows she can last for 60 days or so. You know what? At some point here over the next 60 days, I may send her once, I may send her twice, I may send her 4 times. But I will be the one who controls when she goes. Not you, not her. If she does not respond within 4 hours of receiving my order, of you receiving my order, she will be deemed dirty. I will do that, but she's not going to know when the test is coming up.
Well, I will just add, we're on the record, that hold on, please, that I'm sitting next to her mom as we speak. This family has spent close to $20,000 to demonstrate that she's committed to her child and that she's not using substance. So, why would somebody spend $20,000 if they're going to be testing dirty? And what all this information, and we are lawyers, not scientists.
I
But
realize
all
that,
of the
sir.
research,
But the science
All
has
of
been
the
coming.
research-
The sciences has been coming back. She is the only one who consistently tests dirty out of all of the options people I have. She is the only one. So how is she the only one who's having a contamination problem? These
well,
are
you know,
questions.
and-
These are questions that will be answered once the plaintiff has an opportunity to designate their expert and to get us a report.
May I ask for, if we're going down this, again, my expert says that ATI, their controls are such that they are pretty much bulletproof, and he has real problems with options in terms of possible contamination. Would you, in order for me to give more information to my expert, would you issue your order making available all of the prior tests?
I am willing to allow all of the prior tests because I'm pretty sure it's going to be available to Mr. Harris's expert. So for your expert, I will allow all prior tests to be given over. I will allow that.
Would you in your
Your
order?
expert needs to have the entire picture. So yes, I will allow that.
Okay. And we will continue to test at ATI
Correct.
and make those
Correct.
available.
And at some point over the between now and July, she can expect to be sent 2 or 3 different times. But I will be the one who controls the 2 or 3 different times. She's not going to know when it's going to happen.
So she's going to be sent to ATI?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I will send her to
Okay.
ATI. It's going to be at her cost, and it will be at least twice, possibly more.
That would be great. We're in favor of that, Judge.
Yeah, I mean, right now, she's still got her Saturday at 12 p.m. until Sunday at 8 p.m. So she's still got her overnights. It's just I put her back on that with her mother being the supervisor.
So let me just make sure that I communicate to, she goes by Brianna, not Kristen, that she will be
call her
ordered
Mom.
to take, okay, Mom, that I'm going to tell Mom that there's going to be an order issued by you for random testing, and she is to go to ATI within a 4-hour window for testing.
Correct.
Am I clear on that?
That's 4 hours from when you receive it, so you need to make sure your staff knows to immediately send it to her.
Well, I will tell my staff that if I'm absent, that we will, that they're to put that as a priority.
Yes.
Am I to understand that testing at ATI will be urine and hair?
It will be urine and hair, and if I can find a place who would do blood, if that's something that would work, I would do that too. Because, I mean, you can't get any clearer than the blood.
If I can get my expert those options, and then we have the testing through ATI, when we return, Judge, I'm hopeful that you will have.
Yeah. By the way, do I have your permission to directly email your client the order for drug testing?
You absolutely do.
Okay, then we will also email it to her. So, you may want to have your staff call her, check your email, there's an order there. That way she doesn't miss it not being there, because I will not accept that as an excuse.
I have let her know when that order is issued, there will be no exceptions. I don't care whether she's in the middle of a job. Obviously, she's not going to vacation, but she'll comply. I guarantee you, Judge.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do that because, I mean, trust me, I would love for proof to come in here to show that she is in fact clean. I want that, but right now I'm going to err on the side of caution for this child. And she's at least got overnights and quality time with her child. She's not tied down to Donna's house or just a couple of hours a week.
I wasn't trying to be rude to you at any time at this hearing.
All right.
You want an order from the hearing?
Yes, I'm going to need an order from the hearing, but I really need to give Mr. Harris an opportunity. Sir, do you have anything you want to say?
A couple of things, Judge. I quite get the. Is she on the options patch program now?
She
I didn't
is
know
on the options. My staff was guaranteed I would have a copy of a report prior to us getting here, but you see, none of us has got it. So
Okay.
even options agrees that she is on the patch.
Secondly, my client was wondering if he could get one weekend a month, what he would like to do if I mean, he'd like to have more, but obviously he was wondering if every other week or at least one weekend a month.
No, I'm not. Right now, we have cut mom. We've cut mom down. A couple more months, we'll know. In a couple more months, we're going to know. I'm hoping that some of these drug tests will show even better. And do you want us to put this on a status check here in 6 weeks?
That would be great, Judge. He just wanted to slide her weekend into the Thursday to Friday instead of, but we understand.
Mom, do you work Thursday, Friday, or something like that? Is Grandma up on those days? Well, the child goes to school.
I would love to
Grandma's
take
off
her.
on weekends. Reed?
I would love to take her to school. She's failing. I would love.
Now, I don't have any of the grades and stuff in front of me, and that would be an issue for trial at this point. The key is you would love to take her to school, but is your mother available for supervision? And your mother would be the one to take her to school.
Okay,
With me,
so,
right?
Huh?
Reed, I told you
Wait.
we'll get into that later. Let's just do one issue at a time. I know your child is suffering educationally, but this is not the time to get into that, Brianna.
Actually, if the child is suffering educationally, if the parties don't have notice and documents so that they can show otherwise, I guess they're on notice now on what they've got to prove. But okay, so why don't you and Mr. Harris work together and see if there's possibly a weekend that Dad can have? But what I can order is once the child is out of school, if Grandma is not working and Mom is not working, then I would like for Dad to have a weekend. At least
I work
one
weekends.
weekend before we go to trial.
I get you. Sure, I get you,
work-
Judge.
Different time.
Thank you.
Mom, you're breaking up so bad right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I work all different times, all days of the week.
All right. Well, I don't want to cut your time short right now. I do not want to do that. So I want to make sure that we maximize the time that you can have. Okay?
I work weekends is the hard, and that's
You
where
work
I make the
weekends?
most money. Some weekends, not every weekend.
Guys, she's a Teamster.
Okay.
Works at the convention center. So her hours and days are subject to change without notice.
yeah.
Well, then why isn't Mom and okay? Mom needs to have her hours maximized. Dad, you want weekends, so why don't y'all discuss over the during the week? What days is best for Mom? As long as Grandma is off, you can change these days. We can benefit the child in every direction. I would love for Mom to be available at all times, or the child to be available at all times. But she needs quality visitation with the child, Dad. So, are you using Talking Parents right now?
He refuses. He refuses.
No, you don't get to refuse. It's an order. At this point, it is an order to use Talking Parents. If you don't use Talking Parents, it can be used against you when it comes to custody. You will start communicating with the mother of your child.
Will do.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, I'll try to prepare the order and I'll send it to you for review. Kurt?
Thank you.
All right. Uh-huh.
And I'll be.
So the current
Yeah, we're going to
order
do a
for
status
the
check in
trial.
about 6 weeks.
May 12th at 9 a.m.
We're going to come back May 12th at 9 a.m.
I have one question.
What's that, ma'am?
Okay. At options, I'm doing 2 randoms a week, and the
You don't
pass.
have to do it. Brianna, Brianna, be quiet for a minute. That order is that you are going to be tested with random tests through ATI, not options, Brianna.
Yeah,
From this
yeah.
point on,
Let's
you're gonna be
change that.
tested-
We're gonna let ATI do the random test now.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify that.
All right, so we're gonna have to redo the order through options to take out the random drug tests
Thank you.
because I don't want Mom to have to pay quadruple.
Thank you.
All right,
That's great, Joe.
all right. Thank you, and I've got my fingers
I'll prepare
crossed.
the order.
Thank you.
All
Y'all
right,
have a
so
good
do
day.
I.
We'll see you May 12th,
Thank you.
9 a.m.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
You're on.